Hello, my name is Mary Keeble and I want to share something really interesting with you today. More than a decade ago, I was very fat and very unfit. And my husband arrived home from work and told me he wanted to go walking in the High Pyrenees Mountains in France. He's a keen cyclist and he wanted to go and watch the Tour de France for real. I thought that, well, that's a great idea, but there's no way I'll be able to get involved. I'm too fat and I'm too overweight. I tried many times, every diet in the book, to lose weight. And I did lose weight. But in about a month I would be tired and listless and out of sorts. And I just couldn't continue on. So I would stop, go back to my normal way of eating, and the weight would come back on. And I'd be happily fat. But that isn't what I wanted. I really want to join my husband in these High Pyrenees Mountains. I'd seen all the photographs and I really wanted to be involved. So I thought I will really research what I should be eating. We'd been watching the Tour de France on the television and I came to the conclusion that they can't all be taking drugs, that it must be their nutrition. So I asked myself, what do they do to be able to put that much energy into every day? When I go on a diet, I'm lucky at the end of a week if I'm happy putting the washing out. So I decided I really must do some research, and I did. And this is what I learned. You know, the ABC is the basic of our English language, and do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti is the basic of music. And all of a sudden it hit me that there is a basics of nutrition. And that's what I want to share with you today. You know, at first I started with my silly little bowl here. And when I found out what I should be eating, I put something to represent that food in the bowl. And what I did, if you'd like to bring your camera closer so you can see, if you want to, what I did, these are my 4 vegetables for the day, and I put them in a bowl because I'd consulted a dietitian, and at that stage she said you need to have 4 cups of vegetables a day. So they're them. Then I got these 2 stones out of my garden, and they were representing my dairies for the day. 2 cups of dairy. And then the fat. You do need fat in your diet. It helps digest the food and mix it up properly and get the nice smoothness there. So they're my 2 teaspoonsful of fat. The carbs, I gave myself 3 carbs. She said I'd have to have 3 carbs, but not to go too heavy on them because they can cause a lot of the weight gain. I had 2 pieces of fruit. And here we are with my protein. 5 proteins. Now the reason I put 5 proteins there is because at the time I was a bit of a snacker, you know, and I would have maybe an egg in the morning and a slice of salmon in the afternoon and a piece of cheese with some biscuits. And I stopped all that. Each one of these represents 40 gram. Altogether, there's 5 of them, we're talking about 200 gram. That's 200 gram of protein a day. So this is how it worked for me. And I couldn't believe the results I was getting. In the morning I would get up and I'd have a piece of bread. I might have some mashed mushrooms or something, tossed in some butter, and I might have an egg. And during the day I might have a piece of fruit. Everything I had I took from the bowl and put into the other bowl. I'd have my cappuccino during the day. When I got home at night, I'd empty the bowl and I'd say, what can I have for dinner? I'd have 2 of these left. So I knew right away I could have some pasta, some rice, a potato, some more bread even. I had to eat these vegetables, 3 cups. I could steam them, fry them, because I still had a teaspoonful of fat. I've got a piece of fruit left. And here we are. I've got 4 pieces of protein there. That's 160 gram. That's a fair size of fish or meat or dairy or something like that. And I've still got some milk left. I did that for about a month. The weight just fell away, but that wasn't the exciting thing. My energy level went through the roof. It was really something very exciting. Anyway, needless to say, I did the Tour de France watching. I walked in the Pyrenean Mountains and it was really memorable. And I even overtook people on the hills. So I came back to Australia thinking to myself, that's really good. I should share that with people. And this is what I did. I didn't have any money, but I had a lot of excitement going on inside. And I decided that I'd make these cards and I'd make it easy for everybody. So these cards are representing what I was doing in the bowl. They are the ABC of nutrition. I learned that I needed to drink a lot of water. I learned, have I got them right? Yes, I need to drink a lot of water. These are my vegetables, my carbs, my fruit, more water, my fat, my dairy, my carbs, my protein, my other fat. And these are treats, because I learned very quickly that we all need a treat. And for me, that treat was a couple of glasses of red wine. Occasionally it would be a chocolate, occasionally a biscuit, but mainly I use mine for red wine. And it went much the same way as before. On the back of these cards it tells you, this is what a carbohydrate looks like, and this is how much this card is valued at. The same with each of them. This is what this is about. It's about fat. And this is the type of fat and the quantity you can have with this card. And much the same way, I would have my breakfast and I toss some vegetables, mostly mushrooms, in some oil. I might have it with an egg. I might even have a piece of bacon. While I was out in the day, I'd maybe have a cappuccino. At lunchtime, I'd have a piece of bread. I might have some tomato on toast or something. And I'd have a piece of fruit afterwards. And I must remember to drink this water. And that's what this is about. When I started on my diet, I was never without my water. And the energy was just amazing. And once again, I come to the evening and this is what I've got left. I haven't drank much water today. I must have some now. I've got a milk left. I can have, with this, I can have maybe some yogurt. I can have maybe a dollop of cream on my potatoes. And this is for my potato. And here, this time, we've got 3 lots of protein. 3 fours of 12. I can have 120 gram of protein. I've got a piece of fruit left, and I must use these vegetables. And this I can put on my bread. And here are my 2 glasses of red wine. I realised that there was one thing missing from all of this, and that was exercise. So we all need to have half an hour exercise a day to lift our heartbeat, keep it healthy. Doesn't matter what sort of exercise. We've got netball, hockey, golf. For me, it was walking. I would just take a walk. I'd have my cards with me, and if I was out and I had something, I would take it out and stick it in my pocket, and when I came back from the day, I would see how many cards I had. I used it like a Bible, you know. It was really so good for me. And why I'm here today, sounding all excited, is because I'm nearly 76. I can still walk my 10k comfortably. I feel fit. I enjoy my garden. I enjoy life. But then I listen to the radio. I read the news. I watch the television. Many people are getting diabetes, and it's happening to young people today. And I think it's because they don't know the ABC of the nutrition. And we all should. You get that right, you'll have a wonderful life.